In this edition of Philosophy Corner, we are going to call it Mr. Spock, Red Lights, and PETA 1 in 1000. This is not about optician stuff. This really, truly is about you surviving. This one is from my heart to you guys. Now, this is going to take a few minutes, so please stick with me.
2 hours later.
If you sell glasses, you work in retail. And this is about survival. Eye of the tiger, man. You surviving in that retail setting for your first 6 weeks, 6 months, and on to 6 years, 16 years. Sidebar 1, if someone refuses to fill out the paperwork for a basic routine eye examination, well, receptionists, it's not about a battle for world domination. Okay, you're not Mr. Spock doing a mind meld.
You don't need to see his identification.
We don't need to see his identification.
You're not a grandmaster Russian chess person. It's not a battle of wits. Okay? Learn to let it go. Sidebar 2, very closely related to this, is there are adults who can't read and or write. If that person is in front of you at the counter and you are insisting on them filling out the paperwork, no matter how much you carry on and start crying and explaining that it's HIPAA compliant and the law, well, they can't write. They're never going to fill in that paperwork for you. Learn to let that stuff go. Welcome to the philosophy of the red light. You are out driving in your car and you pull up to one of those giant intersections, 2 lanes of traffic headed in every direction, and the light turns red and you stop. Why did you stop? Why did the people around you stop? If you could freeze time and get out of your car with a clipboard and a pen and walk up and knock on the windows of the cars of the people around you and say, why did you stop at that red light? Somebody might say, I don't want to get a ticket. Somebody might say, I don't want to hurt anyone. Person might say, I don't want to wreck my car. I don't want to hurt myself. The next fellow may say with complete conviction, well, it's the law. The next one could say, I could lose my license. Another person could say, my God, you know what the fine is? That could be $400. That's why I stopped, you fool. 6 people, 7 people, same behavior, right? You all came to a stop at the red light, but every one of you did it for a different reason. You can only ever see behavior. You can never ever see the reason that someone does something. It's the philosophy piece of it. So as hard as it is, don't take that behavior that you can see personally because you don't know the reason behind it, and you can't and never will. There are going to be times when you have a very difficult customer, and you shouldn't be shrugging it off. You shouldn't be taking it personally. Are you going to have situations that bother you? Are you going to have situations where it is keeping you up for a night, wondering, could I have done something better? That's not a bad thing. It means that you genuinely care about doing a good job as an optician. It means you're a good person. You want to make sure that you're doing the right things. But it shouldn't be everybody. And when you have that behavior that is unpleasant in someone towards you, you can learn to not take it so personally. We have talked about the PETA 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10 of your customers is a wee bit of a pain in the ass. Well, that's called retail. If 9 out of every 10 of your customers is a pain in the ass and you're over on opticians on Facebook whinging about them and your stupid patients, Well, that's you. You have a problem. You need to change jobs. My wife, Dr. Deb, has worked in mental health her entire adult life. She is, in fact, a psychiatric nurse practitioner. My mother died a year ago, really struggled with serious mental illness for most of her life. I have kind of a unique perspective on this. If you want to learn more, if you actually want to know the true stats of the prevalence of mental health issues in your world, head over to NAMI.org, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. And I can tell you one thing for sure, the prevalence of mental health issues is certainly not decreasing, but actually rapidly increasing the likelihood that you are going to have to deal with someone with a treated or untreated mental health issue. That may very well be your customer, may very well be a coworker. Yes, my goodness, managers suffer from mental health issues. Owners, yes, doctors and wealthy people, they have mental health issues as well. Could be you. Worried? Head over here. And yes, this does also sort of include or touch on the drugs and alcohol issues. Now, what on earth am I going on about here? In this 1 in 1,000 or more case, when you are dealing with someone with a true mental health issue, you cannot make that individual happy. They have irrational expectations or demands. This is not a cop-out, this isn't a default, this isn't a go-to excuse. If you are talking about 1 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 1 out of 100, and you're flipping, oh, that guy was crazy. Okay, no, that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the 1 in 1,000 case where that person truly has irrational beliefs. You are going to have to deal with this. So be kind to yourself. Do not beat yourself up over someone that has irrational expectations, beliefs, and demands. You literally can't do something that they're asking. There are times when that simply isn't going to happen. Don't carry that around with you. Our biggest headline ever, as if you have not already figured it out, retail is hard. Heap upon that all of the stuff you need to know to be a good optician, and it gets, well, even harder. So yes, of course, to survive in retail, we all vent. Where do we do that? Behind closed doors. And I mean that literally.
I'm in control of my emotions.
I mean that it's okay when you go up to the front door and lock it for the night at 5:30 and you turn around and you have a coworker who's a friend who you trust. Yeah, you might talk about one of your more difficult customers of the day. That is normal. We vent to let it go. Catharsis. It's a form of releasing and letting something go. That doesn't work if you go on social media to complain about your stupid patients. That only perpetuates it. It makes it worse. It feeds on a sick cycle. Stop it. Learn to leave work at work. And why not? One of the beautiful things about being an optician is, well, you're just an optician. No one is going to die here. You're not the President of the United States or a brain surgeon. Learn to leave work at work and focus on what's important. Go for a walk, ride a bike, experiment with meditation, get a good hobby that holds your interests, focus on your friends and family. The things in this life that really matter. If you have been in the trenches for a year now and you know that you have become a pretty darned good optician and you genuinely can look at where you work and realize that the expectations are unrealistic, unfair, or you're not being treated well, go and find another job. Thanks for listening. I'll see you again next week.